Дорогі українці, українки.
Dear Ukrainians, a summary of the day. I have just held a long meeting on the interim analysis of our preparations for the peace summit. We reviewed which states are already with us at the summit and which ones we still need to work with. It is already clear that the summit will be truly global. Leaders from all continents will be represented. Many nations that value normal, peaceful coexistence of peoples. We already have an understanding of the summit's content, of the meeting's outcome we should achieve. I am grateful to all states, all leaders, all ambassadors of peace who help us prepare the summit. In the 3 weeks remaining before the summit, we will have time to work with dozens of leaders and states, those we expect to attend the summit. Today I spoke with the Prime Minister of Croatia. Croatia, Mr. Prime Minister confirms attendance. I am grateful for this and for the continued support for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country, support for our defense. Croatia also supports our accession to the European Union, and we are working to ensure that Croatia joins the G7 declaration of support for Ukraine on security commitments for our country. And it is important that several new security agreements with European countries have already been prepared, and several more agreements with our partners are now at the stage of coordination, specific details. In the near future, we will enhance this new security architecture for our country. New agreements will be signed. Step by step, we are creating new pillars for a rules-based international order. Despite all the brutality of Russian pressure and all the meanness of Russian terror, the world must prove that a consolidated force of all those who value life is enough to defend life and succeed in doing so. This is important for every country, for every nation, and if it works for Ukraine, it will definitely work for all other countries. I spoke with the Commander-in-Chief about the situation in the Donetsk and Kharkiv regions in particular. We maintain control everywhere. Russian murderers are actively using guided aerial bombs in the area of Chasiv Yar, in the Pokrovsk sector, in the area of Lipsy in the Kharkiv region, and in other combat areas. This brings us back again and again to the need for air defense, for additional defense systems that could significantly mitigate the difficulties for our warriors and the threat to our cities and communities. This also pertains to the preparation for the transition of our air force to new combat aircraft. Unfortunately, the free world still lacks efficiency in these two tasks, but we still have a perspective and promising work with several partners, and we are doing everything to make sure that the day comes as soon as possible when we can add the power of patriots to our eastern regions, our cities such as Kharkiv, Sumy and others. I am grateful to all partners who understand this necessity of ours and its importance, the real strategic power of air defense in this war. Putin has nothing left but terror. This is the basis of his capabilities, and every limitation of Russia's terrorist potential is a compulsion to peace. Our weapons to defend Ukrainian positions, our joint diplomatic efforts for the sake of the peace formula, our work to hold Russia legally accountable for the war, all of this brings peace closer. I am grateful to everyone who stands with Ukraine. Glory to all our warriors. Thank you to everyone who joins the defense and security forces of Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.